Good morning. It's hard to believe it's a national highway. This section of road in North Queensland notoriously goes underwater. So is it time to flood-proof our major carriageways? We'll hear from those losing out. Also this morning, Victoria's anthrax outbreak. The headline sounds scary, but what exactly is it, and will it get worse? We've got expert insight. And it's day 2 of our Sunrise Power Week. He left behind TV comedy to become an action star in Hollywood. Ryan Reynolds is here at Brekkie Central. It's Tuesday, the 6th of February, 07.
Thanks, Brett. All right, now Monique headed off yesterday in the Blend 43 Weather Winnebago, and she's at her first stop this morning. Monique, hello, how are you?
Good morning to you. We're coming to you from Kiama, which is 120 kilometres south of Sydney. And I was having a little bit of a bet last night with some of the crew, and I said, oh, look, it's our first morning on the road, you know. We can't expect anyone to really turn up. Maybe like 2 or 3 people might come. Look at this.
Well done.
And they were here when it was absolutely pitch dark this morning. Thank you all so much for coming. And look at this, you've got faces of the Sunrise team. These are the guys from the High School. Isn't that gorgeous?
Oh, good to see them all out. That's where the team's gone. Kosh Dog.
And now this is Kosh Dog. They apparently know you as Kosh Dog because you're so cool. Is that right? Yeah.
Keep it real, homies.
Keep it real, homies. Yeah. Now, Kiama is, of course, best known for its blowhole. And what we need for the blowhole to be at its most spectacular is a southeast wind. This morning, we've actually got a northeast, a very light northeast wind. So these pictures that you're seeing now are some that we prepared earlier when we have a southeast swell. And it gets incredibly spectacular. In fact, when it's at its best, up here where I'm standing, which is about 22 metres from where you're seeing that vision of the blowhole, it blows a gale and the water actually comes right up here. I don't know if you want to come back to me now, but we can show you about how tall the blowhole water will shoot when it's at its most spectacular. And it's the height of the Kiama Lighthouse there, which is 224 metres above sea level. But we don't have the blowhole this morning, but we've got this, and I'm pretty happy. So thank you very much. Now let's check the weather where you are.
Sunrise weather, brought to you by Master Foods Battle of the Barbecue.
Bruce, your turn.
Whatever you want.
From Port Roper.
There's a cyclone watch from Port Roper in the Northern Territory to and the Bureau's watching a low off Cairns that may develop into a cyclone. So more heavy rain in the tropics. Elsewhere, a few showers over eastern New South Wales, mainly fine in Victoria, Tasmania and South Australia. Hot and dry in WA. Sunny and 30 in Brisbane today and tomorrow. Fine and 25 in Sydney today. Hot and late storms in Canberra. Dry and cool in Hobart. A milder 22 degrees for Melbourne today. Dry and 27 in Adelaide. Hot days for Perth, 37 today and 40 degrees tomorrow. And storms for Darwin. Now, throughout the morning, we're going to be asking people to send in their trivia questions. We've got the quiz master, Bruce Elder, who's a Kiama local. He's testing himself this morning. He's written 70,000 of Australia's Trivial Pursuit questions overlooking the beautiful waters of Kiama. So if you've got any trivia questions, please write in and we can put Bruce to the test later on this morning.
Oh, yes, and also any music questions for Bruce?
Any music questions? Bruce, of course, that's his forte.
He's a rock god, old Bruce Elder.
He is a rock god.
I know.
Yes, and that's coming from Kosh Dog.
Yeah. All right, mate, catch you in half an hour. And thank you to everyone who's turned out in Kiama. If you're in that area, go down to the blowhole and say good day to Monique. Coming up, the Reserve Bank Board holds its first meeting of the year today, first Tuesday of the month.
I thought you were dressed up in your pinstripes for a reason.
Lights are on. Yes, they're working hard over there.
They're making the cupcakes.
Will they move on interest rates? We're going to check in with Michael Pascoe about that and discuss it.
We will. But next up, Macca's gets the Heart Foundation's red tick of approval. It's a story from the papers when Sunrise continues.
Lady Madonna, baby at your breast, wonders how you manage to feed the rest.
23 to 7. Well, Monique is in the Blowhole at Kiama, or next to the Blowhole. There she is. It's her first stop on her Australia-wide journey now, Monique. The name Kiama has a very interesting origin, does it?
It does. It comes from an Aboriginal word meaning Kiarama, which means place where the sea makes a noise, which of course relates to the blowhole. Now, as we're seeing here, the sea is not making much of a noise at all because we've got very low winds and low swell today. But when the sea makes a big noise, you can see why it's called Kiarama, where the sea makes a big noise. Now, I should point out that on the coast, there's lots of Aboriginal languages, and so many people have different words for the same thing. But Kiarama is something that is it's sort of widely agreed upon. Now, Kiama is a place where traditional Aboriginal methods and traditions are alive and well, and it's in no small part due to this woman, Kelly Ryan. Tell us about your studio and what you've done. This is your part towards reconciliation.
It is indeed, and I'd like to agree with you that Aboriginal culture on the South Coast is alive and well.
So even though it looks suburban,
absolutely, there are brick houses here, there are roads, there's concrete, and that doesn't mean, but the heart of Australia in the land, the song that sings in Kakadu, the song that sings in Western Australia, is the same song that sings in the land here, and Aboriginal people connect to that land, and they're here celebrating their culture. And the studio is a symbol of that. And
so your studio is a place where absolutely everybody is welcome. So not just for people of Aboriginal origin, absolutely. Everybody can come.
Yes.
How did it get started? It was from actually something very sad.
We all had a dream whilst being at the art school that it would be great to have a place to practice culture. We then started dreaming about that, and the dream came about when that's the name of our studio is Bolang Nangamai Aboriginal Art and Culture Studio, which means in Aboriginal language, Together Dreaming. So that Together Dreaming started, and then a sad event happened where my mum actually passed away. And in honour of her, this is how we sort of ended up with a small inheritance, and we thought, let's convince the bank to lend us more, let's give this a go, and we did. The artist helped me build the studio, and here we are today practising. We've only been open 18 months, and it's alive and well, and the whole of Kiama and the area coming, international visitors, it's been amazing.
Fantastically. Well, I'm sure that your mum would be very, very proud of you. Let's check the weather.
Sunrise weather, brought to you by Master Foods Battle of the Barbecue.
Late showers or storms in the southeast and northeast, fine elsewhere and very hot inland. 31 in Canberra, 37 in both Wagga Wagga and Tamworth. It'll stay dry and warm around Sydney today. Newcastle 28 degrees, 25 in the city and 31 at Penrith. Now, Mark is playing the didgeridoo, but Kelly, apparently it's disrespectful in some Aboriginal culture for a woman to play. Why is that?
That's right. Different Aboriginal people have different... We need to do a survey. Australia needs to conduct a survey on this through Aboriginal communities, but if you speak with Aboriginal people, you do hear different stories. Different communities have different beliefs on it, and some of the communities believe that you could fall pregnant if a woman was to play.
Right, okay, I'm going to steer clear because I've just started this gig, so I'm sure that my bosses wouldn't talk to me. We'll see you in half an hour.
Thank you, Monique. There is nothing more distinctive Australian than the sound of a didgeridoo, is there? It's just wonderful.
Beautiful sound. And people who can work out how to play it. We've got a friend who's got one, and everyone was having a go the other day. It's so hard.
Yeah, it's good.